Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here with my February TBR. So when it comes to my TBRs, I've made a decision recently that I'm only going to showcase the books that I know for a fact I'm going to be reading in the month. I'm trying to read more nonfictions and more classics. So those kind of things I'll be sharing. And then if I'm doing buddy reads or anything like that, or book club books, like all of those will be shared here because those are books that I know I will be reading in the month of February. Anything else I read on top of that is just my choice of my discretion. So let's go ahead and dig into the things I know I'm going to be reading in the month of February. So this first book is a little bit of a cheat, and that's Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. This is the Shay Geeks Out Book Club Book of the Month, and I've actually just finished it. I finished it last night, and I really enjoyed it. You know, it's like a 4.5 out of 5 star book for me. This is the first Brandon Sanderson book I've not given 5 stars, and I think that's just because the concept of the book isn't something I was normally interested in. I just really love Brandon Sanderson's writings. But this really pleasantly surprised me. This is all about natural phenomenon called calamity happens in our world. Basically what happens is normal people receive the powers of superheroes, and those are called epics. It's not everybody, but certain people. And from there, these epics turn evil and start to conquer the world. And there's this group called the Reckoners that are challenging the epics. And it's all about the adventures of David and him finding the Reckoners and going after a specific epic named Steelheart. And it's a really enjoyable read. It's about 400 pages long, so it's fairly quick. And I really enjoyed this one. Next up is an audiobook that I also listened to yesterday, which is Mitosis. Mitosis is the novella associated with the Reckoners series. The third book in the Reckoners trilogy comes out tomorrow, so I really want to get this series read so I can do a full series review for you. So in light of that, after going through Mitosis, which the audiobook was about an hour if you listen to it at its designated speed, and it was really enjoyable, really fun, really lighthearted. If you read it, it's even faster, I think. And then after Mitosis, you want to jump right into Firefight, which is the continuation of Steelheart. There are spoilers, so I won't give you a description really of what's going on in this particular book, but it is I'm really excited to dig into it. As you can see, my bookmark's already in it because I plan on reading it very, very soon. Next up is my Neighborhood Book Club Book of the Month, which is Aunt Dimity's Death by Nancy Atherton. This is a fun little mystery book. Our book club has been doing some pretty heavy books or pretty hard to find books lately. So we decided to do something, a little more fun, a little more fluffy, just a short little mystery book. And so I've never read this book. I've never read anything by this author, so I'm interested to kind of dig in and see what Aunt Dimity's Death is all about. Next up is a book that I've mentioned a couple different times on this channel, and that is Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain. This is my nonfiction pick for this month. My goal was to read 6 nonfiction books this year, and I really have been wanting to dig into this since I picked it up 3 weeks ago. So I'll be digging into this right away. I am happily married to an introvert, and I want to understand him a little better, and I think I have more introverted tendencies than I think, or I like to let people believe, and so I really am interested to see what Susan Cain's thoughts are on introverts and how they benefit our world. Next up is my classic pick for this month, and that is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is one of the beautiful word cloud edition books where it's got the quote on the back. These are beautiful. I've read Jane Eyre once in my life and I was a teenager, and so I feel like as an adult woman I really need to read this again. Sarah over at Sarah Ann Reads is also reading this book in February, so I'm excited to kind of discuss things as I go along with her and to be able to kind of share our thoughts on this particular work of Charlotte Bronte. Next up is a buddy read that I plan on doing with April Sarah, and that is Wildwood Dancing by Juliette Marillier. I have not read anything by this author, so I am excited to dig in and see what this is all about. It just looks like a really fun adventure. I'm excited to buddy read this with her. We're probably going to start next week. But again, I'm very excited. It looks so whimsical on this cover. I mean, try not to blind you there. It's completely stunning. And last but not least is another buddy read that I am doing with Lisa over at Lycan Books, and that is The Storied Life of A.J. Thickery. I am really excited. This is, a mystery about a bookshop and a rare book is stolen. It's about the adventures of going and hunting down this particular book. I believe it's a compilation of Poe poems. So I am really excited to dig into this. Most people who have read it have loved it, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. I mean, it's a pretty short book, so I'm really excited to give this a quick read. So friends, that is it for my February TBR. I'm sure I'll read a little bit more than this, but that's all I'm going to put in this TBR because those are the books that I know for certain that I'll be reading this month. Again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you again to all my new subscribers. I've hit over 100 now, and that makes my heart so happy. I never thought I'd get more than 10 or 15, so the fact that you're all here and watching my channel just makes my heart so happy, and I wanted to thank you. And I will see you guys on Wednesday with most likely a Top 5 Wednesday video. See you guys. Bye.